All right, well, hi everyone. All right, so here we are in the beginning of May. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do with some of my lower hanging branches that I just can't reach and trim with my pole saw. So I've got my tractor set up down over here, using that as a mount for this film. But as I go back and forth in this area here, I've got this limb that hangs down here on this dogwood tree. It's always getting in my way when I go in and out here. So what I want to do is kind of cut that little branch right there just to remove this overhang here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my Worx WG 322.9 chainsaw. Now originally this saw came with a 10-inch blade, and I've upgraded this to a 14-inch blade, which I like a lot better. It's a really good saw. Works really well. The nice thing about this setup is that you can use this independent of the pole saw. Okay, I'm using a 4 amp power pack on this, and let me just walk through how to set that up. I've got this pole saw adapter or extension here. It can go up to 10 feet long. Okay, the battery would go back here in this end, and this part here is collapsible or extendable up to a total length of about 10 feet. The chainsaw will actually, instead of holding the battery, will hold the chainsaw itself, and then the battery will go down here on this end. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up real quick. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pop out my battery, put my saw to the side, grab the pole adapter, and just slide this with the notches right onto the pole extension. Then take my chainsaw and then slide it on with these notches right like that. Now, in order to lock this, you need to make sure that the gap is set, and then screw this little lock nut on here to where it's down snug against. And there are like little instructions on here that show you that. But what's interesting with this is a nice little safety feature. The chainsaw will no longer work in this mode. I suspect it's because the power is now down at the other end. So you can see that now down at this end, you know, I can control that saw. Okay, so I'm just going to reposition the camera a little bit, get a good shot at this. Alright, so one of the bad things with this is you know, being out like 10 feet or whatever this is from where I'm holding it, it's kind of a little awkward to hold. I made it a little worse with a longer blade on here, but first thing I want to do is on this little branch that's coming out here, I want to nick it underneath and then cut it down from the top. So it is a little awkward to hold out like that. I got my undercut there, and it's kind of hard to see at this angle. And just letting the weight is all to pull that down. Okay, and it's just that easy. Alright, and the nice thing with this setup is once I'm done, I can then just disconnect the pole adapter and go at the rest of this with my chainsaw. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this piece down into the woods. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully that gives you a insight as to how versatile some of these Worx tools are, where you can get a chainsaw, and then for the occasional high branch that you might have, to go ahead and use it for trimming stuff that's slightly out of reach. Alright, we'll go ahead and try a little bit more here. I've got this other branch that's hanging down over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it up on the right side here. So that gives you an idea of how versatile something like this can be. Also, just to give everyone an idea, to balance this guy, you can see I'm holding it here, so it really is quite hard holding it up that high, and actually with my line of sight, even difficult to see exactly where I'm making the cut. So you do all that ahead of time and line things up and get it done. All right, well, hopefully that's helped somebody decide to get one of these pole saws, use with their Worx saw. For those of you that want to see how I upgraded this 14-inch bar onto this 10-inch saw, check out my other video. Thanks for watching, everyone.